This is a mock letter. Your letter may look a little different. However, for a visual demonstration, this letter contains what we'll be addressing today. This presentation, we're going to walk you through a homeowner's journey with such a letter. His letter targets the roof for repair or non-renewal. However, your letter may have a roof and other items listed, such as a trampoline that they want you to remove or siding repair that needs to be done. Pay close attention to the itemized items that are in the letter, as they want you to address all of the items in there. Today, we're just talking about the roof. The homeowner's letter that we're going to be looking at today and reviewing is located in Southwest Florida. The information in this publication is for those of you that have received a letter from your insurance company and would like some direction on what to do next. The letter that you've received demands that you repair your roof or they will non-renew your policy. The takeaways that I hope that you receive from investing your time in this episode will be some step-by-step actionable information, how best practices equal better results, how to avoid common mistakes, and to give you empowerment, the homeowner, by knowing the rules of the engagement up front. Have you received a letter from your insurance company giving you a non-renewal notice or cancellation unless you repair or replace your roof? If so, that's what we're going to be discussing. I just wanted to let you know when you receive such a letter, you do have choices. Now, you may not like any of the choices, but you still have choices. Let's review 3 different options. Option 1 is to allow your insurance company to non-renew you or cancel you by doing absolutely nothing. The second is to secure insurance with another insurance company or provider. The third is to address the issues outlined in your letter that you've received. I just wanted to give you caution that any of these choices needs to fit both short-term and long-term possible consequences. Let's talk about that, as there are very important items you need to address and pay close attention to when you receive a letter like this one. I have created a mock letter we will be reviewing. If you'd like, find and pull out your letter from your insurance company and follow along as we go over the following points you will need to know. The first few points most often fall at the top portion of your letter. These are policy number. These contain numbers and letters in it. Policy period. List date from, which is the start date of your policy, and to, which is the end date of your policy. In our mock letter, 5/20/22 is the start date of the policy. 5/20/23 is the end date of our policy. This reflects a 1-year policy. Date issued. This refers to the date the insurance company issued the homeowner the non-renewal letter. In our example, 1/12/23. Insured. The entity, person, or persons that own the policy. An address. This lists the property that is insured. Agent. Information of your agent that they have on file. The verbiage. Outlining purpose of this letter. In our mock letter, the purpose is non-renewal of your insurance policy. Expiration date. This date listed should coincide with the end of your policy period. In our mock letter, it does, and it's 5/20/23 for both expiration date and the end of the policy period. They also list a time, 12:01 a.m. I guess they want to leave no room for doubt or error as to what time this ends. Response required. Now, please, I can't emphasize enough. Pay very close attention, as this date listed here, I have found, is the most misunderstood by homeowners and the number one thing likely to create irreversible consequences. The mock letter that we have, that date is 3/12/23. This gives 60 days to meet the insurance company demand, or they will non-renew your policy. When reviewing the second half of your insurance letter, it spells out what the insurance does not like and what actions needed to be followed. Our mock letter reads as follows. A review of your policy and/or inspection of your property revealed a condition which needs your immediate attention. It gives you 2 bullet points. First bullet point, tile roof has cracked, broken, and/or slipped tiles. Tile repair or replacement is required. Second bullet point, roof tile mortar order is missing, cracking, and or loose. It further reads, if the conditions noted above is satisfied and proof is received and approved by your insurance company by 3/12 of 2023, this non-renewal will be rescinded. If the conditions is not satisfied and proof is not received or not accepted by your insurance company, this policy will be non-renewed as of the expiration date shown above. If you have any questions or wish to dispute this non-renewal, please contact your agent for your convenience. Your agent's contact information is listed above. Please contact your agent to assist you with finding replacement coverage and or securing the policy. Then it goes in and it talks about documentation and where your documentation can be sent to. And what they mean by this is proof that your repair or replacement has been made and outlined for their review with pictures and reports or anything that would then secure and give them proof that you have made and reached and met their demands. In this example, they list out several ways for you to then get that information to them. By snail mail for their P.O. box, in the insurance company's portal, if you're able to do that. That usually is the easiest way to get the information there. However, not always necessarily accurate, because I have seen people that have uploaded information into the portal and for some reason the adjuster that is looking at it or inside office person does not receive it. An email, they give you a fax number and then also instruct you to get the information over to your agent. Personally, for me, for best practices and nuggets and sharing with you experiences from former homeowners who have received the letters, I find that it's best to do two of the following. If you're handy dandy and you can get it on the portal, then that's good. If not, then snail mail it to a P.O. box or send it in an email. I don't know of too many people that fax things these days, but they do have that. The agent is definitely good to keep in the loop. I would personally myself, knowing and experiencing through my people that I've talked to, I would send it to your agent first and foremost, and then probably follow up with a phone call that has been sent over to them. Choose one of the other ways. If you're computer savvy, do the email or the portal. If not, then a snail mail to their P.O. box. But with that said, you want proof that they've received it. So I would send it registered receipt so that you know that they received it and that you have proof. Now let's go up and talk about a few other things that some people overlook. You have to satisfy with proof, and they need to receive it, and they need to approve it. Just because you make the changes, it may not be to their satisfaction, or you may have not fully completed every item on the list, and they will non-renew you. In this case, it's 3/12 of 23 is the non-renewal for that. You can do a dispute. If you have the damages, really doing a dispute, I have not seen make any headway. The dispute I'm talking about would be more along the lines of, I'm going to give you an example, and I see it actually quite often, but let's say they did a flyover or did Google Earth, something, and they sent you a picture or talked about damage to the roof, and it's not, it's actually just algae. Now, algae does look bad, especially in contrast if you've got a light colored roof and black algae. When I say algae, I'm not talking about lichen or moss, because those two things do damage to your roof, but algae does not. If you have algae on your roof and it doesn't do damage, this is one of the examples for dispute. You can have a certified inspector come out from Hague, which would be HAAG is Hague certified. You can look them up and find an inspector in your area, or a roofing company, and have them, either one of them, do a report with pictures. And in this case, if it is just algae after their inspection, then in the report they can put in their documentation from the manufacturer of the shingles you have on your roof that states that algae does not damage the roof. Algae does not affect the longevity of your roof or the water shedding capability. How to pilot your way through receiving an insurance non-renewal letter. There are 3 important steps to follow for best practices, which equal better results. Step 1. Immediately, do not set the letter in a pile or stick it on the refrigerator. The most common mistake I have seen made by homeowners is not understanding how quickly the insurance company demand deadline arrives. The day the letter arrives, proceed to step 2. Step 2. Get a game plan together. Research, figure out what inspection company or roofing company to contact. Think about who to call if you need help understanding the process, maybe your agent, or maybe somebody that you know that just went through the process. What options do you have on funds to pay for the roof repair or replacement? Write out steps and follow up on each step to make sure it is hitting your needed timeline. Step 3. Take actions. Start implementing your game plan and continue to follow up. Nugget information. I am often asked, should I contact an inspection company or a roofing company? The answer is, it depends on the circumstances. Quick answers, however, if you know your roof needs repair or replacement, then contact a roofer that is certified to install the manufacturer's product you want on your roof. If you have a doubt on the condition of your roof, or might be thinking about disputing the non-renewal letter, then a roof inspector is a better choice. It's generally a good idea to maintain a degree of healthy skepticism when getting advice from a contractor that might be influenced by what benefits their bottom line. Let's outline and review important dates so far in the letter before learning how to avoid the woes, whoops, and what-ifs of our story. The policy period is a 1-year policy period. The date the insurance company sent the non-renewal letter for the insured is January 12th. Response required by homeowner to the insurance company is March 12th, giving 60 days to respond from the time they sent the letter. Expiration date of the non-renewal is 5/20 of 23 at the end of the policy period. A former client referred John, our homeowner, to Devin, aka the RooferChick. That would be me. John, Mr. Homeowner, placed a phone call to me on March the 2nd, 2023. He needed help. He explained he needed to get his roof repaired as a requirement by the insurance company's demand, or they would non-renew his policy. He reported no leaks and was wondering what all the fuss was about. He even thought they may have his property confused with somebody else's. Upon request, he emailed over his said letter. The letter showed no pictures of repairs needed that was stated in the letter. However, it did reveal that his date for response required was March 12th of 2023. And the deadline is less than 10 full days away. For anyone listening that has made repairs to anything on their home knows that this time frame is a very tight squeeze. Pointing out the crunch timeline to John, an appointment to inspect the roof was requested for the next day. However, John relayed that he would just get another insurance company to write the policy. I told John that was an option, but my suggestion would be to reach out to his agent and see how viable execution on that assumption truly was. John's roof was inspected by me physically on March 9th. As you recall, our conversation took place on March 2nd, and his response required date by the insurance company is March 12th, now 3 days away until the deadline. He waited to call his agent, holding fast to his assumption about just replacing his policy with another insurance company. Note, depending where in the country you are located may vary on insurance options. Here in Florida, we are few and far on options. Caution, when using a drone for inspection, drones are a great tool for preliminary overall health of a roof, but until they are able to walk on roofs, they are limited in the scope of work they can perform. In John's situation, the insurance company was correct on inspection. There were broken tiles throughout the roof slopes, slipped tiles in many locations of the roof, most severe on the downside of the chimney. Ridge and hip tiles in most areas were not adhered by mortar anymore. Mortar was cracked and crumbling in some slopes as well. Let's go over the letter sent to Mr. John Doe, the homeowner, from me, the consultant. First, here are some of those boxes to check off I spoke of earlier. Here's the list. the company that performed the inspection, inspection date and time, policyholder's name, policy number, date of letter from insurance company, property address, what damage was found, findings consistent with insurance company or not consistent, wording that is agreeing to do the work for the repairs and the amount of time. Also list the consultant or roofing contractor, whomever the letter is coming from. Signature and the date. Let's go over this letter. The RooferChick Inc. is the company. March 10th, 2023 is the date. It was sent to John Doe. The street address is 123 Main Street. The reason is reporting of findings on roof inspection and agreement for repairs. Dear John and Jane Doe, it was a pleasure meeting with you yesterday, 3/9 of 2023, and to have the opportunity to inspect your roof. After conducting a manual inspection of the exterior of your tile roof system and the interior inspection of your attic, the findings are consistent with your insurance company's letter dated 1/12 of 2023 of policy number, and then the policy number, for the property address 1234 Main Street. Findings after inspection on 3/9 of 2023 from 3:27 p.m. to 5:02 p.m. showed cracked, broken, slipped roofing tiles and that repair of the roofing system is required. Ridge tile mortar does present with cracking, however, is normal weathering of the age on the roof, and currently does require repointing. My recommendations are to have the maintenance package done on your roof to include repointing of mortar, replacement of missing mortar, repair of broken tiles, replacement of non-repairable tiles, and resetting of your slipped tiles. Please sign and date on the line below to indicate agreement in moving forward with the recommendations outlined in this letter. By signing, you are agreeing to work with the RooferChick Inc. to facilitate you, the homeowner, to complete the repairs with a goal of 30 days of signature, and then a signature line and date. Accompanying this letter to the homeowner was an inspection report with photographs attached. Despite that my company would not be doing the roofing work, I have discovered that insurance companies want to know there is forward movement in resolving the risks they are requiring the insured repair. Thus, by signing an agreement outlining resolution shows intent to comply with their demands. An agreement was signed between the homeowner and the consultant on March 12th, 23. What date was the insurance company requirement for the repairs? Remember, March 12th, 23. You may be asking yourself, how can repairs get done and approved the same day the agreement is signed? They cannot. This is an agreement between the homeowner and a consulting company. Consultant companies do not do the work. Remember, homeowner had not contacted any roofing company before calling the RooferChick as a consultant. Could the insurance company move forward with non-renewing his policy, as not all three requirements in their letter were met? He did not meet the full demand of his letter. As I am not an attorney, we will explore that in depth with an attorney in a later episode. The homeowner submitted his signed agreement to his insurance agent and his insurance company, along with an attached inspection report prepared by the consultant. He did meet the first requirement, which was respond required date March 12, 2023, even if it is the same day. On March 13th, the RooferChick provided a prepared bid form for the homeowner to hand to the contractors. By providing an expanded scope of work repair bid form, it allowed for more seamless communication so that the entirety of the insurance company's item in the demand for repair was more accurately spelled out, leaving less chance for misunderstandings and interpretations by the homeowner or the contractor. The bid form was given to the homeowner on March 13th. However, like life, an unexpected wind event happened in the homeowner's area. This delayed roofing contractors from a quick response to the homeowner as they were bombarded with phone calls because of the wind event. On March the 20th, the homeowner accepted a bid from the roofing company. It was more than what the homeowner wanted to spend. The delay on the homeowner's part after receiving the letter from the insurance company and the wind event keeping roofers busy has has placed the homeowner at a disadvantage. Keep in your tickler file, consulting dates for goal of completion for the repairs on this roof is by April 11th, and the policy end date is May 20th. Repairs on the roof took place from the 12th to the 15th of April. Some unexpected repairs were discovered below the chimney when slip tiles were being reset. The extra repair needed was not caught by the insurance company, however, had to be addressed to complete required insurance repairs, and for the roofing contractor to be able to warranty his work for leaks in this area. Keep in mind, when roofing companies are doing repairs, there are issues that arise that cannot be seen until the work is in progress. As much as the roofers would like to have Superman's X-ray vision, they do not. The second inspection was done by the roofing consultant on April 16, 2023. Cracked and broken tiles were replaced or repaired. Slip tiles were positioned back into place and secured. Mortar that was cracked, loose, or missing was addressed. On April 16, 2023, a letter was sent to the homeowners. It reads, Reason, roof report after repairs. Dear John and Jane Doe, thank you for the opportunity to assist as your consultant with your roofing requirements regarding demand for repairs to your roof by your insurance company for the letter dated 1/12/2023 of your policy for your property. The findings after my inspection on 3/9/2023 from 3:27 p.m. to 5:02 p.m. showed under-adhered hip and ridge tiles, cracked tiles, broken tiles, and slipped roofing tiles that have now been repaired, replaced, and/or repositioned on your roofing system. This is consistent with your insurance company's findings of tile roof has cracked, broken, and/or slipped tiles. Tile repair or replacement is required. Roof tile mortar is missing, cracking, and/or loose. Please find attached in the email containing this letter a report of findings with photos of the completed roof repairs, prior to repairs, during repairs, post repairs. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. And then, of course, below that is listed my credentials as the consultant. It is important that the letter that goes to the insurance company has certain important items listed in it. The policyholder's information, the insurance company's original findings, the original findings as to what they were, and after repairs. The company information, inspector information, inspector's certifications. The report of findings was a 10-page report, including photos, and it was sent with this letter. After receiving the report from the consultant with the letter, the homeowners forwarded that information over to their insurance agent and also their insurance company. Success was reached. The homeowners were able to renew their policy for the following year. Renewal of this homeowner's policy would have been very unlikely had a consultant not been hired to facilitate forward motion. The thinking of the homeowner was flawed. He based his non-action and most of his action as if he could just change his insurance company, not understanding or aware of the lack of options in his state. The homeowner held on to the letter after receiving it for almost 2 months. Failure to meet the response required date by the homeowner, even with a contractor, consultant, or signed contract with a roofing company to do the repairs, it could have ended differently. You may be wondering what the possible outcomes with failure to meet insurance companies' demands are. There would have been a lapse of coverage in his insurance policy if he had not been able to secure another policy with another insurance company. With no insurance on the dwelling and with a mortgage, the mortgage company would have forced-placed insurance during the gaps. The forced-placed insurance that I have seen in the past have totaled at least 3 times or more than the existing policy that previously existed. Unfortunately, in one such case I know of personally, the homeowners were unable to pay an exorbitant amount added to their monthly mortgage payment for the forced-placed insurance. They lost their home in foreclosure because of not securing a roof replacement, a different insurance company, or a different mortgage company. Production by the RooferChick. Presented by Deb Smith. Subject matter: homeowner's receipt of non-renewal letter from their insurance company. Location of the subject matter is in the Tampa Bay area, Florida. For more information, go to therooferchick.com. Disclaimer: the information provided is based on Deb Smith's experience as an insurance adjuster, roofing contractor, and private investigator, and may not cover all subject matters regarding specific needs. Always consider your individual circumstances before acting on any information presented here for informational and educational purposes only. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional advice. Always seek the advice of a qualified professional with any questions you may have regarding specific needs. Laws and regulations can vary significantly by location. We recommend you consult with a qualified professional familiar with the specific laws and regulations in your city, state, and/or county to ensure compliance.